with the power boost. Does it have power? Well, hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be going over the all-new Ford F-150 Limited. Before we get in this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Kengar Ford here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this F-150 Limited. This one is available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their inventory in the description down below. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Kellen. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 that's paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission and a hybrid system. Total system output is 430 horsepower and then 570 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 23 around town and then 23 on the highway. Before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood here, you guys can see that it's got the F-150's new wavy design where it kind of goes up and down on the hood itself. And then we do have a limited logo there front and center. And then coming down below, you guys can see we've got these cool LED daytime running lights with the LED headlamps, and you've got the custom front grille there that comes with the limited package. You got the chrome Ford logo with the camera at the bottom of the logo. Fog lights down below, we've got tow hooks at the very bottom, then we do have some parking sensors integrated into that bumper as well. Putting it all together, I do think that it's a pretty good looking truck, but what I will say is that if it didn't have the limited logo, I'm not sure people would be able to tell that it was limited. Coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 275, 50, 22 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see the overall design on the wheel is chrome to kind of match the luxury truckness of this. We got F-150 Limited here on the side, power boost down below, and then notice that the mirrors are actually body painted, and I like the finish on the door handles. I think that is pretty neat. And then when you look at the total side view, you guys can see the accenting from like the side steps, the door handles, and everything. It all comes together, and I do think that it's pretty good looking. Now here's the key fob for the Limited. We've got our unlock function, our lock function, remote start, and then the drop down for the tailgate. Just press that a couple times, and the tailgate will pop right down. Now we have 1,338 pounds of payload capacity. Surely a lot of that is lost because of all the leather and everything inside the truck, and then also the power boost powertrain. Anyways, you guys can see here, still have the measuring charts, and then this has the Pro Power on board setup. And then we've got the LED lights here in the bed, and no bed liner in this particular truck. What this does have is Ford's cool bed step system, and yep, it's automatic. We got these cool LED tail lamps, and then yes, we've got the giant Limited tailgate plaque, as you can see. We've got parking sensors down below, and then you can see the little exhaust tip poking out the side. Now when it comes to towing capacity with the power boost, max towing capacity is just under 13,000 pounds. I don't think this one has the max trailing package though, or max tow package, whatever you want to call it. So it's going to be a bit less than that. And putting it all together, it definitely has, you know, the luxury truck look on the outside. Now here's the door panel in the rear. You guys can see really nice leather trim all over. I love the piping too. That looks fantastic. Got some cup holder action, and yeah, I got some carbon fiber trim in this luxury truck. Speaker for the Bang & Olufsen sound system, and then you guys can now see the power side steps. This right here is a big reason for getting the Limited. Beautiful leather seats here. Notice the cool design there in the center, perforated as well. And I mean, just like, look how soft these seats are. Still got practicality though, under seat storage, which is great. Legroom here in the back is actually pretty solid. Got a little storage pocket right there. Got some cup holders, and then down below we've got some vents, heated seats, and outlets. And the headroom's also solid. And yes, the Limited does in fact have the cup holder armrest. Now you guys can see here with the leather trim and stitching on the door panel as well, just like in the rear. All of our window controls front to are automatic. We've got our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold, and got more of that carbon fiber trim. Memory seat functionality, 3 different settings, and then blind spot monitoring for the mirrors. And there's tons of storage space here on this door panel. Look at that. Yeah, we got the fancy speaker there on the headrest, Limited down below, and then you guys can see perforated in the center again with that cool kind of like diamond design, I guess is what I could call it. And then we do have all of our power adjustments on the side, Limited logo yet again. The pedals are power adjustable. You got your parking brake right there, the light controls, those are the mirror lights, and then that is the tailgate drop down, and then the steering wheel is power adjustable. Now here's the steering wheel for the Limited. You guys can see again, really nice leather trim. You got the stitching on the center. We've got some more of that carbon fiber trim with the Limited logo. Controls here for the center stack. We've got adaptive cruise control with steering assist. And then you can see we also have our turn signal / windshield wiper stock. So here is the center gauge cluster. There's a bunch of different menus that you can scroll through here, just like most other modern gauge clusters, to see, you know, different info on the truck and systems within the truck. But fun thing is the drive modes. You guys can see in the eco mode, it actually changes how it kind of looks in the different drive modes, but main thing, tow haul mode right there, camera, do your job and focus. You got normal mode, which is what you'll be in most of the time, and then modes for inclement driving conditions, and then even off-roading as well, which is cool. Now we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and then notice we got that bird's eye view, and yeah, this is Ford's 360 camera system. It's a solid system. Overall, I think resolution is great. The screen's big, so the camera view is big, and yeah. Now, this is Ford's 12-inch display, and all you really need to know is that you have a shortcut bar here at the bottom. You have this auxiliary screen. Overall response time is solid. Notice you can customize stuff with the running boards, and then this has the onboard scales, which is another cool feature here with the F-150. But I mean, it basically lets you know how much payload you have available. Obviously, we have nothing loaded into the truck, so then it says we have the total amount of payload, which is kind of strange because I am sitting in the truck, so technically some of the payload should be used up. But either way, it's a cool feature. Now this little button right here is for the Pro Power on board. That's just for your camera, your parking assist, hazard lights, and then stability control. We do have our Pro Trailer Assist. You guys can see trailer brake controls down below, and then we have our drive line select here. This does have 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel auto, and 4-wheel low. And then you have your axle locker, and then that's just your drive mode select. It's twisting the dial. We've got some analog controls for the radio and the climate system, dual zone climate system, heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel as well. And speaking of the seats, normally there's a button in the infotainment system to do the massage function with said seats, but I don't see anything. Let me know if I'm not looking in the right place for some reason, but I kind of checked all the different tabs and didn't find anything. And I mean, it makes sense because we're having a lot of options deleted out of F-150s right now with the chip shortages. We do have a wireless phone charging pad, some USBs, and then more carbon fiber trim. We've got a couple of cup holders here. We have the shifter for that 10-speed automatic. It does have a manual shift function there on the side, and that's what that M button is for. Now this particular one does have the workbench center console, and then you got like the Limited plaque there on the top. The Limited is actually limited in production, unlike the Ram 1500 Limited, just saying. And then you guys can see really nice leather trim here on the dash. And then we do have the double glove box situation where you've got the carbon fiber there on the front face of the top one. And then up top here we do have a sunglass holder, and then you guys can see power sliding rear window, and then we have a nice premium headliner with this package, and then a full panoramic sunroof. So as you guys can see, this is 900A equipment group, and this answers my question right here. Multi-contour seat removal, $300, so there we go. Anyways, total MSRP on this, $84,310, and let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both of the mirrors, just do a blind spot monitoring. And then throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. Now, I don't know how long this is gonna last for, but we are currently in full electric mode. Now, this not being a plug-in hybrid means that the way that the battery gets charged is through some braking, and then also through the engine charging it. But it's still cool that you can do this because it's so quiet. It's really smooth too. We got some people with some GTIs up in here. 2 GTIs right next to each other at a Ford dealership. What is happening? Oh, there we go. The engine's on now. So it popped on pretty quickly, actually. But what I will say though, first off, while we're still in the parking lot, these seats are so comfortable. Like, they have to be probably, I'm gonna say it right now, these have to be the most comfortable seats in a pickup truck by far. Like, I don't think that anything really quite compares to these. The Platinum F-150 is close, but yeah, like nothing from any of the other truck makers. The closest, if you guys are wondering, I'd say between Toyota and Ram. Toyota's new seats are actually pretty comfortable. Ram seats are really comfortable. GM, yeah, the Denali Ultimate's okay, but yeah, GM still needs to do a lot of work on their seat comfort. But actually getting up and moving, really smooth. Love the feeling of the steering wheel. The leather's very nice in this truck. Yeah, the suspension's really smooth. And again, the F-150 across the board, except for the Raptor, I should say, all utilize leaf springs. And so, you know, you still, you know, would think that it wouldn't ride as smooth as it does, but it really does a good job. Yeah, and this truck's so quiet too. Again, switching between having the engine on and off really helps out. But with the power boost, does it have power? Well, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now, despite the fact that this has more power than the standard EcoBoost, in reality, it doesn't really feel that much faster. Like, it is slight, but it's not really that much. It's kind of similar to Toyota's situation with their hybrid, where their hybrid powertrain doesn't really make the Tundra feel any faster. And this is pretty much the same. You know, Ford would probably say it's faster, but like, it feels the same to me. It just feels like, I just feel like I'm driving a 3.5 EcoBoost. So summing things up here with the Limited, I think this truck looks great. As a luxury truck, it's very comfortable, and it does all the luxury truck stuff except have massaging seats, because yeah, that's just something that's happening right now with Fords. But aside from that, like, I'm a huge fan of this package. Now, should you get this over the Platinum? Probably not. I do like this Limited. I like the Limited a lot, but you know, I think that with the packages you can get in the Platinum, you can make the Platinum look a little bit nicer than the Limited, and you're paying more money and you're not really getting more features, in this case with Ford. And so what I'd have to say is, if you want the best value, Platinum, but if you do want something that feels a little bit more special, then yeah, the Limited definitely gives you that. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this F-150 Limited. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Kengar Ford here in American Fork, Utah, for giving me some time with this Ford. Check out the info in the description down below. Ask for Kellen. I'll see ya.